It's a simple free app that just reads your step count every day, or every time you open it, it reads your step count from Google Fit. You must have Google Fit installed to read that, or you must have an account in some Gmail account that uses Google Fit for it to read your steps. And then for something has to record your steps into Google Fit. There are several apps that can do that, but Google Fit itself will do that if you just install Google Fit app. And then your email must be the same that this will prompt you for logging into your um, Google, to allowing permission to use the Google Fit API. So that's all it does for the Google Fit. It just reads it. It doesn't record anything into Google Fit. It doesn't interfere with anything. It just reads, every time you open the app, it reads how many steps today. Also, if you skip a day looking at it, it will read how many steps since the last time it read, and then it will divide that by the number of days. The last time it read is always the previous night. So at midnight the previous night. So it always gets the full day of steps from your current location. So anyway, just a quick tour of the app. It's very simple. There's a whole bunch of different stops along the road that you're taking. There are several different roads, but for example, I'm taking the Antalya to Samarkand road. If I click on that, I get a little description of it. There's a description of it, and I can also click on this map and I can see the actual route that I'm on right now. The Google Maps this is a part of the Google Maps part of the route that I'm on, and I can scroll through the maps to see the entire journey if I want to go look at that. Okay, and then double click again. It goes back to this. This overview is a video, an image of. It'll have to be redrawn for the actual app release, but this is just an image I borrowed for now. It's a map of the ancient Silk Roads, and the reason I did this app is because I'd like to take a virtual journey to those places, at least in my mind, and also get my exercise in, of course. And so this pushes me to do 10 to 12,000 steps a day, which is obviously good for me. And you can see that I'm averaging about 10,000 steps a day. Today I've gone a little bit more than 10,000. I've gone 612,000 steps so far, and this is about a month and a half. And you see the progress on the lower left here, my footprints going up the path. This path, you can click on any place on the path, and then you see that location. If there's a URL link, that means there's a Wikipedia page on this location, and you can click on that and take your browser to that location. You can then scroll through all the different places. This is Catalhoyuk, which is one of my favorite archaeological sites, and I wanted to make sure I go through that. That's why I took this particular route and put it in here. And I try to include images of archaeological sites because that's what I like about all of these, most of these locations. And anyway, you can go all around the whole thing. You can see, pick some site here and so forth. Some of these images, like this one, still have, Adobe stock because they're pending my purchasing them for at the moment. And then the app itself shows very simple the number of steps total that you've taken so far since you started your journey, how many today, what your 10-day average is. It does a rolling 10-day average. It uses that to predict when you're going to arrive at each place. So that predicts that I'm going to arrive at the final destination, which is Samarkand, on 13 December 2023, if I keep going at the current rate. It says I'm going to arrive at my next location, Karaman, on the 1st of May. And again, if you go to each site, it shows you how many steps that is from the start of it, and it says your predicted arrival date for that. Those predicted arrival dates will change each time you get a new 10-day average. There are also several different routes that you can take. You can take yourself on any of these routes or sub-routes. I'm not sure exactly how many routes will be released with the first release of the app. These are the ones I'm considering right now. The ones that are more or less finished now are um, first um, the first three. It's not clear for certain that I'll get all the images I need for all of these, so that's pending. You can also, of course, reverse direction, go backwards. You can go either direction that you want. And if it does that, so if let's say, let's reverse this direction from here, I select that, it gives me a description of the app. I say, okay, I want to go that direction. And now I'm going the opposite direction. And here you see the map that corresponds. I'm going this way from Samarkand, and I've gotten to the 10th location from Samarkand.